Hello students, today we are going to see second part of bending movement, that is internal bending movement. For that again we will consider one cantilever loaded at one end and fixed at one end. This is the fixed, here it is clamped, the beam is clamped over here and we attach one weight, and because of the weight the beam will go bend in the downward direction. And C is the center, and from here this is the O. We are consider the radius of curvature of the neutral axis. This middle axis is the neutral axis, and R is the radius of curvature. We will consider theta. O is the center. O is the center. Now, when beam is bent by applying load, the equal but opposite forces acting on cross sectional area perpendicular to the plane of bending and length of beam. When beam is bent by means of application of the load in mg, the equal and opposite force get developed acting on the cross-sectional area perpendicular to the plane of bending and length of the beam. So here you can see the opposite forces are generated. If you see, the arrows are in the opposite direction downward, it is pointing toward positive x-axis, x direction, and here this is the negative x direction. Our opposite forces are developed above and below the neutral surface. These forces form a couple. The movement of couple is known as internal bending movement. Now we will consider a beam. Again we will write that consider a portion of a beam bent into a circular arc. So here this beam is bent into a circular arc. Let capital R be the radius of curvature of neutral surface at C. Theta be the angle subtended by part BC of neutral surface. Therefore, length of BC is equal to, this is arc BC, so length of BC is equal to R into theta, R into theta, equation 1. On bending, the length of filament B dash C dash at distance Z from neutral surface is equal to, here is B dash, here is C dash. This is C dash, this is B dash, and from this thickness is equal to Z, because the distance Z from the neutral axis. So this is the neutral axis and this is at a distance X is equal to R plus Z, because from here to here it is R and this much portion is Z, therefore we need to write R plus Z and angle is remain the same, theta. This is equation number 2. Now change in length of filament is equal to, we are going to find how much it get changed. B dash C dash minus BC. When you minus B dash C dash by BC, you will get change in length of the filament. Therefore, R plus Z into theta minus R into theta, you will get Z into theta. Equation number 3. Therefore, strain is equal to, we know, change in length divided by original length. We know change in length, just now we get Z theta, divided by original length is R into theta is equal to Z by R. Equation 4. Also, Young's modulus Y is equal to stress upon strain. Therefore, stress is equal to Y into strain, Y into Z by R from equation 4. Hence, we obtain equation number 5. Stress is equal to Y into Z upon R. Let dA be an elementary area perpendicular to plane of bending and length of beam at distance Z above neutral axis, then force on area dA is given by force is equal to stress into area. Stress is Y upon R into Z. Area is dA. This is the force. Equation number 6. The force, this force above and below neutral surface form a couple of force given by movement of force is equal to Y upon R into Z into dA. into, again, since this is moment of the force, we will multiply it by z. So equation become y upon r into z square into dA. This moment of force is called, this moment of force is called as internal bending moment. Therefore, the total, this is for the small area. We are interested in finding the total internal bending moment about neutral axis of beam is given by y upon r summation z square dA. This will combine form geometric moment of inertia. So we will write y upon r into I, where I is the geometric moment of inertia of the cross section of the beam, where I is equal to summation z square dA is called geometric moment of inertia of cross section of beam. Condition for equilibrium internal bending movement, external bending movement. Therefore, we will write, we already got y upon r into I is equal to capital M into G into L minus X into plus mg L minus X upon 2. If beam is light weight, the weight mg of part of beam can be neglected. Therefore, y upon r into I is equal to mg into L minus X. This is very important formula. Thank you.